I've set up a small test database in ACDSee 2023, and that's going to make it easier to do the conversion. Let me show you what I've got. I've got 4 folders, and each of them has pretty much the same photos in them. With this one having a couple of extras which I'm going to play with specially. So this one here, called Embedded, I have set some keywords and categories. For instance, cat has the category of cat and the keyword of cat, and rabbit, and so on. And as I said, all of these have been embedded. This one has no metadata at all. This one has the same kind of metadata, but it has not been embedded. And the other one has been embedded. Let me show you how I do the embedding. Select them all, right click, metadata, embed ACDSee. Embed. And there we go. So let me show you how the keywords work at the moment. For instance, if I select this bird keyword, there are 2. Cat, there's 2, and I'm still showing the bird. Let me turn that one off. Those are the categories, and under keywords, I've got a keyword in this other one. Showing the categories, this bird. And there's one other place you can see all this. If I do a view, category is bird, the keyword is bird, and the file name is Embedded Heaven. Now, in order to show you some other parts of the database, the way it works, I'm going to do some damage to the couple of the files in this dbtest other. You'll notice that the frog file is a raw file. NEF is one of the Nikon structures, and so it has an XMP, which is an external file with the same beginning file name, which contains any writable information about that. For instance, the metadata. So I am going to delete that, and I'm going to delete the rabbit. Now you'll notice that the original raw file is there, and you'll remember that we did embed this data in the database. So I close that and come back to manage mode and go to other. Where's other? Oh, folders. You can see the frog is still here, and the database remembers stuff which is I've deleted. So it still has the rating, and it still has the yellow label. The rabbit has disappeared. However, if we search for rabbit, we'll find 4 of them, including the one in other. And if I do that, which is double clicking on it to view it, it says it can't find it. So I'm going to say no here. I'm going to leave it in the database. But it's essentially there's information in the database about this, but the file is not there. Tools, database. Here we go. We can back up the database and optimize the database. Okay, here we are back in Ultimate 2024 with a brand new database. So this would be pretty much the way you would see things if you had just installed 2024. It's got an empty database. You notice these are just the defaults. None of the new stuff I've done is like the cat, dog, rabbit things are not there. But all the files on the hard disk, of course, are. So if I went to folders, GB test, if I just, let's take a quick look at this. In other, you'll notice that it has picked up, just by browsing to this folder, the fact that it's got labels, the yellow lines. And if we look at embedded, it's got green lines, but rabbit, bird, cat, those keywords and or categories are not there. So I'm just going to go to this one here now and say catalog files, and you notice it says ACDSee metadata including categories. That is what we want, and that has not happened yet. If I say start, it's cataloged 6 items, and now cat says cat. And if we go the other way around and look for cat, it will find it. So bird, cat, rabbit, it's finding all of those because we've already browsed to the embedded folder, and we've processed the metadata, so that's caught up. So the learning here is that if you have embedded your data in each and every file, then you could just browse your way through, and at some point right click and say catalog, and you're going to get everything. However, the better way, now I have to remember what it is, tools maybe, database, convert database, next, and here is the test database that I set up in Ultimate 2023. I say next. I'm not going to optimize it because it's so tiny. bang, 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 bang. With about 20 files, it goes pretty fast. It's going to restart. Oh, this is just showing 2023. That's hiding underneath it. Okay. Now we're seeing two birds. The heron picture that was not embedded. The database in 2023 knew it was in the bird category, but it hadn't been embedded. So this one was embedded. We could pick up that information by just cataloging. But this is picking up the old database converted, and now we have both of those. So if we add cats and geeks and rabbits, we can see all the other stuff. So this embedding, I think, is a very good backup idea. But in terms of getting from the old database to the new database, I think best practice is just convert. Now, there's one other thing I want to talk about, just to clarify how missing data works and XMPs, but we'll get back to that in a second. Okay, you remember our friend the frog, and it had the keyword frog, but then we did not embed. No, we did embed. We embedded the database, the metadata in the database, and we deleted the XMP file. Okay, so now here is 2024 again, and there we are here. So I browsed to that that folder, and the frog, no keywords at all. And now if I catalog the files, this would have picked up any information, words at all, which was embedded. Still no the bird and the cat. Those keywords have been picked up because they were embedded. This was not embedded. Well, it was embedded, but then we deleted the XMP file, which is where it was embedded. And if I restart, now we have the keyword frog. Oops. And if I say show me that, it's going to find it. Because it was in the database, the embedding was in the XMP file, and the XMP file was deleted.